Today I want to talk to you about literary conflict. Conflict is the main problem in a story. Conflict is central to a story's plot and drives the story's action toward a climax and ultimately a resolution. There are two basic types of conflict: internal conflict and external conflict. The first type of conflict, internal conflict, is a conflict that happens inside a character. Examples of internal conflict include a character's struggle with fear, self-image, mental illness, guilt, or a moral dilemma. For example, in the novel Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt, the protagonist, Allie, has a difficult time reading due to undiagnosed dyslexia. As a result, she struggles with self-confidence. We also refer to internal conflict as character versus self. The second type of conflict, external conflict, is a conflict that a character has with a force outside of himself or herself. There are many types of external conflict. Here are a few of them. Character versus character. For example, in the Harry Potter series, there's an ongoing conflict between Harry, a Gryffindor, and Draco Malfoy, a Slytherin, who are in rival houses at Hogwarts. Character versus nature. For example, in the novel Peak by Roland Smith, the main character battles the forces of nature, snow, sleet, wind, and the mountain terrain, as he climbs Mount Everest. Character versus technology. For example, in the city of Ember, the main characters must find their way out of Ember before the generator, the technology that powers the city, dies and the city falls into darkness. Character versus society. For example, in The Giver by Lois Lowry, the main character, Jonas, rebels against a society that doesn't value individualism. And character versus the supernatural. For example, in The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, the main character, Ebenezer Scrooge, is visited by three spirits to show him how his past, present, and future actions negatively affect his life. Let's review. Remember, there are two main types of conflict: internal conflict, also called character versus self, and external conflict. There are several types of external conflict, which includes character versus character, character versus nature, character versus technology, character versus society, and character versus the supernatural. Next time you read a fictional text, take time to first identify the conflict and then decide what type of conflict is presented by the author in the text.